This is Anti-Imperialist Front TV news for the week ending November 23rd, 2024. Greek fascism continues its attacks on revolutionaries. Konstantina Kartsiotti, a member of the Anti-Imperialist Front and of the People's Front in Greece, has denounced her surveillance by the police who used a hidden camera in front of her house. Kartsiotti explained the incident in her statement as follows. On November 14th and November 15th, the anti-terror police placed a car with a hidden surveillance camera in front of my house in Athens. I got out of my house and observed the car. I found that in the mirror of the car, which was facing towards the door of the apartment building, a small hole had been drilled, and inside there was a hidden camera, the wires of which were carefully hidden with a small handkerchief at the head of the mirror. Concluding her statement with the following words, Kartsiotti emphasized that she would continue her struggle in the ranks of the resistance. The terrorists are the imperialists, as are the collaborationist states that attack the peoples of the Middle East in Palestine, Lebanon, Syria, and Yemen. They collaborate in all areas, politically, economically, militarily, geostrategically, and culturally, with the murderous Israeli Zionist state. They support and strengthen the occupation, and they seek to tarnish the Palestinian resistance by characterizing it as terrorism. Fascism continues its attacks on revolutionaries all over the world. We will continue to defend each of our comrades with our solidarity. Nikos Romanos has been arrested. The militant Nikos Romanos was arrested on Monday 18th November in Athens, in his neighborhood, and was imprisoned on Friday 22nd November in relation to the Ambelokipi explosion. The only evidence that exists in the case file and which implicates him is the discovery of a part of his fingerprints in a garbage bag in which, according to the police, a gun was found. Evidence that is flimsy as it relates to a print on a mobile object. In the court, more than 700 people gathered in solidarity in the largest gathering that has been held in a courthouse in Athens. We are all in solidarity with Nikos Romanos. The attacks of the New Democracy government, the Greek state collaborator with imperialism, can never stop the struggle of the people. Immediate freedom for Nikos Romanos and solidarity to all political prisoners implicated in the same case. Resistance to isolation continues in Turkey. The resistance of revolutionaries against severe prison isolation continues in Turkey. Abdurrahman Aziz Aslan, who was exiled to Burdur well-type prison, is in the third month of his indefinite hunger strike. Another revolutionary prisoner, Serkan Onur Yilmaz, has been on an indefinite hunger strike since 11th November 2024. The demands of the resistors are to be transferred from these severe isolation cells called well-type cells to prisons where their comrades are. The verdict for 3 revolutionaries from Turkey imprisoned in Germany is on 25th November. For more than 2.5 years, Özgür Emre, İhsan Cibalek and Serkan Küpeli have been imprisoned in Germany. On 25th November, the court will announce its verdict on the prisoners. The only reason for this attack by German fascism against revolutionaries from Turkey is the aim of supporting fascism in Turkey. These 3 revolutionaries who are labelled as terrorists are fighting against fascism and corruption. On 21st November, at the hearing where the last statements were taken, Özgür Emre, after her defence, demanded that her case should be dropped and that she and her co-defendants should be released. She also demanded compensation for her 2.5 years of imprisonment, both material and moral. She also demanded compensation from Germany for the Dersim massacre in 1938, which was carried out using German gas. The prosecution of Tayyip Erdogan in the International Criminal Court for the massacre he committed against Kurds and Alevis was also demanded. Tayyip Erdogan should be included among the defendants of the Sivas massacre, and she demanded the prosecution of Murat Sungur, one of the defendants of the Sivas massacre, who is currently living in Germany. The ICC issued arrest warrants for Netanyahu and Gallant. The ICC's pre-trial chamber issued arrest warrants for Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu and former Defense Minister Gallant after months of deliberations. The court also unanimously rejected Israel's objection to the ICC's jurisdiction. And that is Anti-Imperialist Front TV news for this week. For news outside the mainstream, follow us on social media. See you next week.